Dear students, today let me explain what is tax planning for salaried employees in India. Tax planning is a very important concept. Everybody has to plan their activities, their life, their finances, and similarly, tax has to be planned. How much to be paid? Yes, tax is compulsory contribution imposed by the government, but there are some ways how we can save the tax. So let me explain very briefly. Tax planning refers to the strategic management of finances to minimize tax liabilities while complying with tax laws. That means you have to comply with tax laws. At the same time, we shall minimize the tax liabilities. It involves assessing income, expenses, investments, and other financial activities to identify the opportunities for tax savings. So, if you analyze your income, expenses, then investment, financial activities, and then you plan your tax, then you can save tax, you can minimize the tax payment. The primary goal of tax planning is to achieve maximum tax efficiency, allowing individuals and businesses to retain more of their income. If you are a salaried employee and if you want to pay less taxes, you must plan your taxes. You must understand tax slabs and deductions and exemptions available under both old and new tax regimes. You know, there are two tax regimes, old tax regime and new tax regimes. So you have to understand what is what, and accordingly you have to understand the various tax slaves. Like suppose after 2 lakh 50,000 there's no tax. So this slabs, this slabs you have to understand. And in new tax regime up to 3 lakh it is tax free. And then up to how much, what is the tax, all these things, tax slabs you have to understand. This will help you to determine which regime is beneficial to you. You can compare between old regime and new regime, and you can calculate your income tax in both the regimes, and you can find which is beneficial to you, and that you can apply in your case. Filing of income tax returns accurately and on time is key to minimizing savings and avoiding penalties. There is also a point, you have to file your income tax return in time, and you have to maximize savings so that you can avoid the penalties. So these are the points which are included in tax planning, and this is tax planning for salaried employees in India. And next video will come, I'll come to you with some other concept of tax planning or income taxes in India. And before you uh, end up before you end up listening, please subscribe the channel. I'll be sharing lots of these types of videos which will make the points clear to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.